So hello everyone, today's topic is work breakdown structure. Today we are going to look into what is work breakdown structure, and we will be trying to find out information on work breakdown structure. And I just found a website. It has all the information regarding work breakdown structure, and it's a pretty simple topic. Nothing much complex things are in here. It's just a breaking work into smaller tasks in a common productivity technique used to make the work more manageable and approachable on the basis of scope, cost, and schedule baselines. So just we have to take a single work and then making a branch out of it. Okay. And there are two kinds of work breakdown structure. One is derivable based work breakdown structure, and another is phase based work breakdown structure. And PMBOK defines it as derivable oriented hierarchical decomposition of the work to be executed by the project team. So if we look into the Wikipedia, then there is a coding scheme section, and the practical example of WBS coding scheme is shown as follows. For example, even in some books, if we have to if we go into the table of content, then we can see a topic and a subtopic, and again the subtopic, and again in the same way it goes on, right? Then this is a single work, this is a single work. If we complete all this, then a given main task is completed, and if similar tasks are completed, then the parent task is completed. Okay, and in this way it goes on. Since we have already known that there are two types of work WBS, one is derivable based work breakdown structure, and there is phase based. If we look into the derivable based, then it's not a phase, but it's what tasks we are going to do on a certain level. There are multiple level. There are multiple elements to that level, and there are multiple level. For example, this is level 1. This is a different level. This is a level 0. This is level 1. This is level 2. This orange color are level 2. If you come in that way, we deliver something in one level, and another level gets the derivable is completed. That's derivable based work WBS. And there is phase based. In phase based, initial phase, second phase, third phase, fourth phase, fifth phase is in that way the task is completed. Okay, we can't we can do permit, electrical, interior, we can do, but this phase dependent on this phase. So it's a phase based WBS. So how to make a WBS? There are a few steps. There are 6 steps in making WBS. For example, at first we have to gather critical info document. That is always necessary task in project management. And there is identify key team members, and there is defining level 1 elements. So if we look into the 100% rule, then you will find what level 1 elements are and what other level elements are also. So leveling is done, as we have also already seen in here also. Decomposite breakdown elements, and the technique is decomposition. We will look into that again, sure, in next slide. And create WBS dictionary. Okay, we will be looking into the dictionary and work packages too, and from that work WBS dictionary we can make a Gantt chart. We will see into that in the next section. Okay, so how to make a work breakdown structure? There is also a concept of work packages, and let's see on the next slide what these things are. How to make a work breakdown structure? Work packages are the lowest level. For example, test and clean is one of the work package. In plumbing, you have to do rough-in plumbing, set plumbing fixtures, test and clean, and one of them is test and clean. These are the work packages. These are the planning packages, and these are the control accounts. Okay, so planning packages, work packages, and control accounts makes a work. So WBS work package and control accounts are shown in this way, and these are the controlling tools. For example, the internal might have a different manager, foundation might have a different manager, external might have a different manager, and in that also electrical planning package might have a different manager, plumbing might have a different manager or supervisor. In this way, our work is divided in a larger setting. Okay, since we have already known about work package, we also have, like for example here we have to look into decomposition. So what decomposition is that at first you will create a at first you will list a work, like for example you have a work in your mind, okay, and you will find the level 1 elements in that work. Then you will find planning packages or level second level plan, or you know sub work in that, and after in that sub work you have to set like you know the task has to be as like listed. That is called decomposition. It's a simple concept, nothing fancy, nothing much, okay. Work packages, Gantt chart, we will be looking into it again in the next slide, okay. So what is a WBS dictionary? So if you make a work WBS, then there is a certain document. It's a document which has a table, like, and it consists of these columns, WBS code, and on the base, and works are in the row. For example, I will show you a image, okay, you will be clear with that. Let me show you a image of this. Is, for example, this is a WBS dictionary. Here is a project, here is a control elements. These are the control elements, okay. 1.2 1.1 are planning packages, and these are the specific works, and you will be making Gantt chart from the work WBS dictionary. That is the usefulness of WBS dictionary, okay. And I'm sorry for my net, okay, I will like connect my net, okay. So okay, so WBS dictionary, how we will be creating a WBS dictionary is like it will be yeah. So this is the image that we have been looking in the Google Images also. So for creating this WBS dictionary and to create the Gantt chart, this is a Gantt chart. Actually there is a timing component here. These are the days in the week. This is the like you know weekly time frame, 13, 20, 27, and in each day what kind of work you are doing. For example, if you have to do excavate for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then in Gantt chart you will be following up with the WBS dictionary. There is a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and specific row is selected in the Gantt chart. Similarly, if you have to do install form in only Tuesday, Thursday, then you will be selecting in this way. And there is a concrete work planning package, okay, a sub level, you know, you just got the point. You don't have to remember the terminology, but you just have to get the idea. For example, why are these blue things here, and what is happening in here. For example, in my case, this red line means the present time, okay. So till present time, what tasks we have completed, what we are going to do, we all things will be seen in a Gantt chart and WBS dictionary in combination. So we know there are certain constants. To be specific, there are 10 constants to be included in WBS dictionary. These all are important to in order to find out let's see, okay. For example, this is the dictionary. These are the column, and there is a specific tool, projectmanager.com has a free trial, you can test that. These are the columns that we have been like you know see, look at the Gantt chart here, and these are the column. These are the tags, specific tags. These are the WS breakdown of work breakdown in this column, okay. So in this way you have to yeah, you can manage your tasks. Basically that is what it's about. And from Gantt chart you can like be specific. You just have to click in one of the row and find what thing is happening, what's the cost, what's the budget, okay. So everything is given by WBS dictionary. So if you have to create WBS dictionary, these are the steps or level you have to make things. You have to keep things in mind. So there is a 100% rule. We also have encountered 100% rule here, I think, in WBS structure. Let's see first what's 100% rule and come back to this topic, okay. So what is 100% rule? 100% rule means for example, this is your WBS, okay. This is your WBS. Total work is 100% always. Construction of a house, you are doing construction of a house, it's 100% tax, okay. But internal is 45.60% of the work, foundation is 24.0% of the work, external is 30% of the work. That is what we call that includes in percentage. For example, if you add this all, on 100% should come. So how you will determine the percentage? It depends upon the tax, it depends upon you. Mostly it happens on the basis of work, time, like budget, and number of manpower used. There are different constraints. It depends upon the project, and it depends on the tax. But here, for example, if you have to see at plumbing, it's 33.80% of the work, of total work. For example, internal is 45%, but plumbing is 33%. And in plumbing also, testing is 9.3%, set plumbing fixture is 13.2%, and this plumbing contractor is 11.3%. So if you add all this, it's a 33%. So first you will make a WBS, and on the basis of that you will be making you will be validating your WBS with a 100% rule. So you have to validate your WBS with 100% rule. That is the important. Okay, if you want to know more idea about WBS, then you can look into this section. Yeah, so on the basis of 100% rule, we will be creating we will be validating our WBS. So we have to we have to check our WBS is like correct or not. For example, first we have to make WBS, and then you will be validating it with 100% rule. Okay, so that is it's simple concept. It's just like yeah, so that is 100% rule. And for to make a WBS dictionary, first you have to assemble project team and validate 100% rule. We have done that. Now create level 1 element. First level 1 elements are the topmost element that we have seen here. For example, internal, foundation, external are the level 1 elements. First we have to find that. Okay, first don't jump into the specific tag, just look into the level 1 elements. What can be the level 1 elements? And depending upon your intuition and your experience, you will be creating level 1 element, and depending on that level 1 element, your sub tags are created. So it's really important to create what kind of level 1 elements you will be creating, and that really determines your project in the long term. Okay, so we have a specific NASA publication on WBS. We will be looking into it in the later section of the presentation, but first let's see. And what we have to also confirm the level 1 element. Okay, 100% of the scope, does that covers the 100% of the scope or not? Does your level 1 element conforms with the scope or not? You have to capture that, and you have to confirm that. Okay, so create remaining element content. After level 1, you just go to level 2, level 3, depending upon your work and your goal. Create work package content. Work package content are like it's a specific like, for example, what it means to be a work package and work package content is that in work package content, you have to, if you implement these all things in a specific works, like for in each work, if you have all these constraints, then it will be really like easy, and it will be really communicative for your team. Do you got my point? Like, for example, if you have WBS level 1 ID code, title, responsible, organization, individual, description, deliverables, and if a specific software supports that, for example, project manager software has given that, like for example, in these all columns and in for all these work package, these are the work package content. So if you keep these things, then your main thing is description. Like, if you are not only working on that in the project, many people are like coming in the project, working with you together, so it's really important for you to comply with these constraints. Okay, and if you validate so at first also you have to validate 100% rule, and at last also you have to validate 100% rule. So 100% rule is like you have to like, it can be changed, and it's like it's a probability at first, but once you go on your work, and once you take your work to the next steps, then it can be like edited also, right? So in this way you can use your WBS dictionary, and even you can decompose work packages into activities. So we have talked about decomposition. If you have to like write a work package called beam and joints, then you can write a specific decomposition of work package into an activity like install beam, install joints. In that way you can even make a richer and more discrete form of work packages with the help of work package WBS dictionary. We have already seen this image in our previous slide. These are the WBS dictionary you can find in the image Google Images. This is a specific tool that is designed to create a Gantt chart from a WBS dictionary, and there is a WBS dictionary template which we have already discussed about. There is a this thing we have already discussed about. This is a 100% rule that we have already discussed about. Now the interesting part is that we know about WBS, we know about WBS dictionary, we know about 100% rule, we know more work packages, we know all these things. Now let's see some of the example of WBS. Let's see some of the example. Okay, so for example, there is a moving office mind view Gantt chart software. So for example, someone is moving their office and they have to create a Gantt chart of it. Look into how detailed it is. Okay, we will shift a Gantt chart. First we will be looking into the WBS only. Okay, so this is a WBS for construction of a house, which we have already seen on our previous slide. For example, there is an internal, foundation, external. These are the level 2 and validated by 100% rule. Level 1 deliverable is a construction of house. Work is 100%. Budget is specific given in here. Okay, so this is a budget for making a house, and for internal there is 86,000 budget. So project manager, specific project manager to the internal does have 86,000 USD for their project, and for foundation have a specific different budget. For external it's a different budget, and based upon that this manager will specify other managers or supervisors for its work, and given work percentage and given budget they will plan their work. In this way WBS is a simple structure to extract work from your deliverables. It's just that. Okay, you can see the example. You can even open your example in mind view. It's a free it's a it has a generous free trial. You can try it and you can see in this way. For example, if I have to increase my idea, if I want to have sub ideas, and even if I have to have a sub ideas, then it can go like that. If I have to add more idea in this panel, then you can do like this. Okay, it's a simple. If you have to add more idea, you can do like this. It's a WBS and it's given by mind view. It's an online web platform. You can try this. You can even look into the Gantt chart and WBS dictionary. It's a template. You can see here how the moving office goes. Okay, so it's a planning phase here. Locate new office, design, order, how many days it needs, start of the project, end of the project, predecessor, completion, priority, resources. Okay, what's the work, what's the cost, and based upon that they are preparing the Gantt chart from 9th of September 2019 to it goes up to up to 23 December 2019. So these are the Gantt chart. If you have to just select one, and you can manage your tasks accordingly. You can also find this same template in the mind view online platform. You can check that. Even there are different example you can see in the Mathsware software, and there are different software out there. For example, there is a ClickUp app which you can see, and it's similar to it's not similar, but I prefer mind view one because it's like really simple. But you can even try. There is a ClickUp, I think, and there are other platforms too. You can see those platforms, and in this way we have to conclude our today's video on work breakdown structure. We knew a lot of things about work breakdown structure. We looked into some of the tools. We learned about many terminologies and dictionaries regarding the work breakdown structure, and there are different examples also. And if you have some queries regarding WBS and project management in general, you can let me know, and I will try my best to include those topics in the days to come. And before going, let's see, there is an interesting book from NASA. It's a sorry for that. There is an interesting book from NASA, and it's a 400-page book, I think. It's a 400-page book, Look, this is this is a 400 page book, and yeah, the page is not showing. I can't see the page, but I'm just looking into this. Okay, pages. What is it called? It's yeah, pages. I don't know how to use it properly, but also yeah, let's see. It's a 400 page book or not. It doesn't matter. Leave it. But there is a specific handbook for work breakdown structure, and it has been prepared by NASA. So just remember how important like people are taking WBS as. But I don't think in modern web platform and modern project management tool these things are used, because WBS I can find it in Notion, I can find in Jira also. The more priority are given to other project management tools. But like in 2010 NASA used to have a work WBS in their like in their principle, in their philosophy. So you can imagine how important the concept is. So you can take this concept, and if you have time, then you can read this book. This all book is about WBS. How to, for example, if I show you a simple review, then it says the WBS development and control, project life cycle, okay, WBS uses, WBS overview, and look, every it's all about WBS. Look, isn't it funny? We just take these small things for granted, but someone has written a book about it. So just remember how things are being worked on like large scale. Okay, so look at this all things. This is all for WBS, and yeah, you can go check this out on your free time. I will also check this things on my free time. Performance measurement baselines are also included in the WBS structure. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we will tune in on the next video, and let me know what are your queries, and we will try to learn like we both will be learning at the same time. And thank you guys for watching. Thank you.